Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity. I will be in the picture in a moment. And vitamin D, well, the sun is already setting, but I just want to show you the 180 view of where I am. And that is as far as we go. And if you ever wonder, those are electrical panel. So my friend, welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. And today, well, not today, almost every day, we always talk, but we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. How are you doing? I find it really funny because back in like the Christmas and New Year, that's when Bitcoin started passing the 20,000, which is the previous all-time high. And it doesn't go up in a straight line. What it does is it's like this. And I'm sorry, I just had some coconut water. And I feel like because like all the video that I'm currently posting on Odyssey right now is pretty much describe my feeling at the time, like because like the price went up and down so much. And then I was constantly checking, even though I'm in it for the long term. But it's always interesting because it's not just the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrencies market, but it's also the stock market. What about the dollar? The like inflation, and with this whole COVID thing, this is the time that we all should be paying attention to the market, and it doesn't matter what market you're in. I wanna be a trillionaire so fucking bad. And recently, as you know, it's been like the last 7 or 8 weeks now that Bitcoin been kind of like in the 30,000. It went from 60 down to 30, and then we got the crucial point where the 28,000, and if it goes down, we have the 26,000, and then wham, it could go down to the 15, 5, 7 if there's a black swan event. It's so crazy. And then out of nowhere, like it went up to like 38, 39. And we don't know how long it's gonna last. We'll see where this market is gonna go. But what I've noticed, my friend, is that I remember back in so for example, so in 2017, I bought Bitcoin at 17, around 17. And then even though it went down, even though after that, I think the end of 2017, the beginning of 2018, that's when the bear market started. But even though Bitcoin went into a bear market, it never really went under under 10,000. I mean, until 2019, 2020, and then it went down to there were times it went down to 9,000, but that was probably the lowest. And then with the black swan, when the COVID hit, that's when it actually went down to 3,000. But Bitcoin never actually went, because if you look at the lifetime of Bitcoin, it constantly going up. So even right now, if we look at it, right, because from a short-term perspective, yes, we went from 60 down to 30, but imagine we went from 17,000, for example, in 2017, 2018. I mean, we're still up. And the only concern that I have is that Bitcoin or the whole cryptocurrencies market never tested in a real crisis, in a real collapse of the fiat currencies, in a global reset of the monetary system. We've never seen that. Cha-ching, bitch! I'm rich! And, you know, as much as I like to believe that Bitcoin is a like risk off inflation, meaning that if the system collapses, then it would take on and it would hedge against the inflation. But in 2020 we didn't see that. However, Bitcoin was created for that purpose. And now here's the trippy part. This is probably the third time I've mentioned this, but we have a lot of institutions, that are for Bitcoin, and I'm glad that they are pro Bitcoin. But then at the same time, their institution, their companies are like also suppressing freedom, human rights, and that should be really concerning. And like determining who has the right to own crypto, or determining who has the right to be on social media, taking away people's right, but then at the same time claiming that they're into Bitcoin, providing war, peace, and freedom. And in my opinion, I don't think, like Elon's tweets causes Bitcoin to go down. Because think about it, a lot of people that able to read technical analysis, usually charts will tell you beforehand what's going to happen, with the reality. Like a lot of people were able to catch it, and then the story it being told, it just to play along with the charts. So if chart analysis able to predict what's like kind of the probability, then you can't really say that because of Elon's and all of his tweets, it it crashes the market. And now that is him, Jack, and Kathy Wood, had a conversation, and they're pro Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going up again. There's something in the market that I don't understand, but if one person or even a group of people that can that can change the market like that, it should also be concerning. And here's the other thing. Yes, I understand the decentralization, permissionless, nobody controls the market, it's a free market. Imagine if your enemy has infinite amount of money. Fiat is infinite amount of money, right? The market cap for the whole cryptocurrencies market, I think it went up to like 3.5 trillions. Let's just say 4 trillions, okay? Is nothing compared to the bigger market, the repo market, the derivatives market, the bonds market. I mean, it's just so tiny. And imagine, so if if institutions, banks, and central banks really want to crash Bitcoin, really want to take over, they can. Why are they not? And to say that like, oh, because Bitcoin is spread out and it's it's decentralized and nobody owns Bitcoin, like I said, there is no such thing as a perfect system. I mean, when we look at democracy, we can see like the corruption. If you can get enough people to corrupt the 3 branch of government, you can make that happen. Bitcoin is just a network. Yes, the security is there, but it's just a network. Networks are run by people. Khan, are you talking shit again, bro? And that can happen. And where we're at right now, like, I do believe in it, but at the same time, I also think that Bitcoin is like a perfect catalyst for shifting everyone into the cryptocurrencies market. And like I said, like, no matter how we look at it, the whole point is to opt out of the old system. And if we are truly building a new one, how can we completely, opt out of the system? And I know going back to precious metals, it's kind of like traveling back in time. But as far as I can see, that is the way. I know it's crazy, and here's the crazy thing. There were a few advocates, okay, that were advocating for taking out the precious metals market, were claiming that people were selling their precious metals to get into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It is always good to think of both sides, okay? I understand that, cryptocurrencies are here to stay. But I also question these institutions that are controlling the majority of the mining of the Bitcoin, referring the whales, the people that are helping to create the network, building layers of security for Bitcoin. These are the same institutions that also suppressing human rights, who are, and when I mean by human rights, meaning when you are censoring the truth and you are hiding the crimes, and it's not just against a person, is against humanity. And the way that I see it, if a crime is done by one person, then we call it a crime. But when it's done by a group of people, we praise people, we pay people, and we talk good about them, which doesn't make any sense. A crime is a crime, no matter how we dissect it. So that's my concern with Bitcoin. And I don't think Bitcoin is just from the money perspective. It is a money perspective, but when we look at everything that's going on in our society, yes, money revolves around everything in our society, but we also have to question the integrity of these companies, of these institutions, of these people. How can you say that you are for war, peace, and and freeing humanity, you want to see humanity progress, but then at the same time you're suppressing them? Dumb bitch! Which make no sense. And like I said, I don't have any inside knowledge. I only see what I see, what they say on television, what they say on on social media, what they post. That's all I can see, and that's where I'm coming from. And like I said, you do you, boo. It's, I do my part. You say whatever you want to say, but that's my take on it. So my friend, wherever you are, actually make a video. What do you think of this whole Bitcoin? Where is Bitcoin going to take us? Do these institutions have any plan or plans for Bitcoin, or secret plan or agenda, for Bitcoin? What is the purpose? And where are we gonna go from here? Do these institutions really want to free people from, from the current monetary system, the fiat currency, which are also the same people that they work for and they take their money from? Also the same one that they're claiming they're going to destroy or put out of business. It's so confusing, right? It's so confusing. Con, what you talking about, bro? What you talking about? But my friend, much love. Make a video. Let me know what you think, okay? I'm just a common guy with a common life. Much love.